Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase. Ishana Murti as 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase. Agora Murti as 5 phase. Tatpurusha Murti as 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase. Agora Murti has his five face. Vamadeva Murti has his five face. Satyojata Murti has his five face. Ishana Murti has his five face. All these five Murtis, five faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. First experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All his ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas form the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. original Agamas Yogapada, the science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of length, powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita Satsang. Let's move to Satsang to hear from Swamiji.
Unless there is somebody in your life who brings the eternal truth into practical instructions, eternal truth into practical life, spirituality is not going to help you in any way. You yourself cannot make it. Understand? If you yourself are trying to make eternal truths into living reality, you may be using the pirated version of the software. The problem with the pirated version is no service, no customer care. When you are in danger, you are in danger, that's all. I have seen many people saying, what's the need for a guru? Come on. Still, the coding system is with them, with the masters. See the difference. See, Arjuna is also talking the same logic. Life is impermanent. Why should we kill them? I am retiring, becoming sadhu. But Bhagavan is completely talking something opposite. Actually, it should be like this. Arjuna should be saying, come on, I am going to fight and kill all these fellows. And Bhagavan should be saying, no, see, they are all your friends and relatives. How can you kill them? Out of your greed for the land. Come on, become a sadhu, I will initiate you. You are my first Gaudiya Sampradaya Sannyasi. Krishna Sampradaya sannyasi. That should have happened. But completely opposite is happening. See the fun? But Bhagavan is saying, come on, that is not right. Don't try to escape. Fight. If a normal man who tries to read scriptures and try to make use of the spirituality to enrich his life by himself, what he would have thought? Naturally, any logical man will come to the conclusion, why fight, retire, be a sadhu? That is the solution you will come up with. That is why I am saying, if you have come to that decision, you are using pirated software. You are not having original version. Bhagavan is making the eternal truths into practical reality in Bhagavad Gita, in Arjuna's life. This word, Tasmad Uttishta Kaunteya Yuddhaya Kritanishchayaha. This is the Smriti for Arjuna. All of you also have a powerful Smriti. Please understand. The practical instruction you are supposed to follow will be always powerful than the eternal truths, because the practical instruction straight away works on your life. But everybody is happy with the eternal truths. That is why thousands of people go to temples and shrines of the dead masters. But very few people go to live with the living master. See, thousands go to the masters' shrines and temples where they are not physically alive. But with the living master, very few go, because the smriti, the day-to-day instruction will be too strong. See, if you need to sit and listen, life is impermanent, you change the body just like you change the cloth, and if you need to sit and listen this, it's not a big thing. You will be happy to do this whole day. But the next word, come on, Uttishta Kaunteya Yuddhaya Kritanishchayaha. Get up, O Kaunteya, for war. Then comes the problem. The smriti, the day-to-day instruction will be more powerful, more strong than the smriti, eternal truths. That is where the problem comes. That is why nobody wants a living master who will give smriti to them, who will give a day-to-day instructions to them. Everybody wants shruti, the eternal truths, so that they can bend as they want. Everybody wants gold to make jewels as it fits with their body. But masters always make jewelry and give you the ready-made jewelry and tell you to change the shape of your body for jewelry. They say, come on, 17-inch biceps, build it now. They make jewelry and give you, and then tell you, hey, for this jewelry, build your body. That is where the problem starts. Everybody likes gold, but nobody likes ready-made jewelry. Because now for this ready-made jewelry, you have to make your body. Bhagavan naturally makes only 30-inch Odhyana and asks you, come on, bring your waist to the 30-inch. But you want gold to make 60-inch Odhyana, the waistband. You feel, no, give me the gold, I will make 60-inch waistband. But Bhagavan says, no, I already made the jewelry, it is 30-inch waistband, come on, reduce your belly, reduce your tummy. This is the difference between Shruti and Smriti. The eternal truths and day-to-day lifestyle. With this verse, Bhagavan ends giving instructions. One more truth you need to understand very beautifully. Bhagavan says you will achieve heaven even if you die. What's the meaning of that word? Let me be very honest. I do not believe if you die in a war, even if it is a dharmic war, you will have a special place where all the Ramba, Menaka, Urvasi will come in front of you and dance and give you the Somarasa and all that. I do not believe. So what Bhagavan must be saying through these words? Hato va prapsyasi swargam, jitva va bhokshase mahim. If you are killed, prapsyasi swargam, you will achieve the swarga. See, if you die in expansion process, you will have such a deep satisfaction. Even while you leave your body, that deep feeling fulfilled is heaven. Life is expansion. Understand? It's eternal expansion. Understand? I'll constantly be expanding you. Your pattern or concept of feeling homely means nothing. Wow. I don't need to do anything. I can just stretch my leg in the easy chair and sip cup of coffee, and there will be a worker to wash my clothes and dry it and iron it, and even if I want, they can put it on me. The idea of feeling home for you is different. The idea of real home is different. See,
after failing for 6
making you expand. When you settle with the feeling of unsettled, when you are feeling homely with the feeling of not feeling homely, when the expansion becomes your rest, when the constant running is the space you are having vacation, you are done. Till then, I will not let you feel, I will not allow you to feel the pseudo-homely feeling, pseudo-settled feeling, that will be pseudo-moksha, which Sisubala gives to all his wives, his dasis, not what Krishna gave for his gopikas. Krishna never let Gopas and Gopikas settle down. Every day some demon will come. If there is no demon, he will poke at the Indra and make Indra to fight with the Gopikas. Just because his Gopikas and Gopis loved Krishna and wanted to live around him, this fellow has made all kinds of hell with them, hell for them. Either some demon will come to kill this fellow. If there is no demon is coming, everything is going well, he will poke at the Indra and call him for a fight. Like I am poking many Indras now. And those fellows will come and shower heavy rain and create big trouble. Then this fellow will pick up the big hill and keep it on his small little finger and show his valor. What a drama. Understand? You should be flying in jet speed, but your inner space should be completely in rest.
Different they are, and how important to understand that to manifest the reality. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana for manifesting the power of length dimension.
Is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
By aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed manifests at once in its length, breadth, depth, time, and space. Bhagavan beautifully says how everybody wants to go to temple and the samadhis of the living masters, the dead masters, but they don't want to come to a living master because they don't want instruction to be given to break their identity directly. He says so beautiful, he makes the jewels and gives and asks them to fit in that rather than you go by the jewels in the way you want it and just eternally try to build the jewels from the cognition and the most difficult way. He says so beautiful, either you can swim by yourself across Europe and US and reach US, or you can fly. With a master, you just fly. But unconscious beings don't want the instruction, don't want the path, which is the direct path. Bhagavan always says the distance, shortest distance between 2 points is the straight line. But always the humanity takes all the route except coming to that point. If you have to go to the gate and you walk straight to the gate, instead you go all the way to Sacred Hearts, you go to kitchen, you go to temple, you go to all kinds of places except for the gate and go round and round and not wanting to get to the gate. The gate will open up you into the reality. Bhagavan beautifully puts it, which is reality and which is living in your own delusion, trying to achieve enlightenment. Without Guru's grace, there is no such thing as enlightenment so easily achievable. So many births have to go by before even the enlightenment experience happens. And when you have a living master who's enlightened, who's ready to train you, if you miss the option, there can be no more bigger foolish thing on planet Earth. The ultimate gift is for you to recognize an enlightened master, and that is the only reason you have taken the human body, and surrender to the master, surrender to your identity which has throwing tantrum, and make yourself understand, align that this is the only best gift you can give yourself, to live with the master and receive the highest knowledge. There can be no transfer of lamp if the life around master is not happening. Thinking that somewhere, some point it will happen is going to take very long time, and how many births we never know. So the best thing, the shortest route is live with the master, do the tyaga of everything that you understand as your perception, drop all your ideas and suggestion. How Bhagavan beautifully says, Krishna is telling Arjuna to go and kill his brothers and his teachers and his grandfathers, everyone. And Arjuna is telling, I will take sannyas, why should I kill them? It's just the other way around, it's happening. When you work with a guru, you never know what he tells, but it is all only leading to auspiciousness to break the identity of the humanity and raise the whole consciousness of the humanity. Continuously, all the avatars come down on planet Earth to raise the humanity into next superconscious breakthrough. Even the whole universe keeps expanding. Even Bhagavan says, Even I seek and even I expand all the time. That is how it happens, in how it happens as the reality. Understanding that is the very core how we exist and what is the existential reality. And without the difficulties of again and again the birth and death cycle, declaring that this is going to be the tyaga, the tapas, that people lived for 100 years, 1,000 years in one leg, including a Dhruva, a smallest kid, stopped eating, stopped drinking, stopped breathing, and only thought that Vishnu will come and take care of him. In few months, Vishnu came to his third eye and blessed him that he is going to be eternally celebrated as the Dhruva star. The ultimate happens only if you do the tyaga, do the tapas of living around the master. The tyaga and tapas is only to just let go your suffering, not anything else. No renouncing of anything else is important to the Guru. Renouncing your identity, letting go your identity and just surrendering your ego and being in the oneness space, manifesting huge powers, continuously, unbrokenly holding these powerful cognition, manifesting powers will simply open up to the enlightened space of Paramashiva, that you are Paramashiva, Bhagavan himself manifesting through you as Parashakti. So let's go to the Apta Pramatan master. Sita loved her stay in forest because she saw all the rishis not bothered about the worldly things, but only about the spirituality and enlightenment. Now, in this power of length, during Rama's exile, sage Agastya blessed Sri Rama with the divine bow of Lord Vishnu and other weapons given by him by the Lord Brahma. The entire knowledge with respect to these Shastra get downloaded into Sri Rama. This is from the source book Ramayana, Yuddha Khanda, the war in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, verse number 9. So we'll go to Atma Prema.
So much. I have to sync the whole thing in tune. It is still taking time for me to comprehend, especially to present it in your language, the language in which all of you can understand. I can see literally so much of cosmic information from the Akashic reading, Akashic recordings are getting downloaded and getting ground, processed to get expressed in the language in which you all can grasp, you all can understand, you all can receive, you all can enjoy. So it is taking little time. I'll answer some of your questions today related to this temple culture. As part of this Satsang series, Madurai Adhiyanam series.
This is a question from Rajiv, India. Beloved Master, people not belonging to this culture knows little about this particular Meenakshi temple. Please tell us who is Devi Meenakshi and her husband. Why this grand temple? What are the visible and invisible functions of this temple? Please tell us, Swamiji.
Read the next question also. Both.
As we see in our present time, towers of mobile, TV or dish TV antennas everywhere connecting invisibility to satellites, doing an incredible function for individuals and for society. My question is, there is and was everywhere temples and deities in this culture. Anybody coming from outside just wonder, is this just sentimental carved stones, worshipping culture or just artistic sculpture? What is the invisible function of temples, deities?
See, both questions, same answer. That is the reason I wanted to answer both the questions together. Modern day dish TVs, antennas, mobile towers, all of them work in the level of certain frequency where the words, pictures, visuals can be transmitted. See, the verbalization and visualization, names and forms can be transmitted from one place to another place through these mobile towers, dish TV antennas. But the temple towers are created to transmit super consciousness from one place to another place. Please understand. In Meenakshi's time, there was television, conscious television. It used to be in stone slab. And if you just sit in front of that stone TV, meditate, connect with Meenakshi, she will appear live and answer whatever you want. So each of the stone slabs only slowly later on became deities. You can see in our temples this happening. The TVs in which I am appearing and speaking are slowly becoming deities. They are receiving worship. Flowers are offered to it. Aarti is done to it. Incense is given to it. Now, all our temples are planning to have a separate throne for this TV. In Los Angeles, already I am on the throne. The TV is in the throne. The TV, in which people are seeing me, have already become deity. Same way, please understand, the stones through which people were able to connect with the super consciousness have become deities. Same way, all our temples, deities, everything is a connecting mechanism with super consciousness. The mechanism which connects with the super consciousness. Please understand, the deities and temples are not just sentimental carved stones, or they are not just artistic sculptures. They are conscious transmitters. They raise you to the super consciousness. In each house in Vedic tradition, we have a puja room. All the puja rooms are your private conscious airport, are conscious transmission centers. The main temple is a place from where continuous super consciousness is radiating. So if you just sit and connect with a deep feeling connection, see, in those days human beings were so beautiful and simple. Just remembering the name of the deity is enough. They are already in connection with the deity. That feeling connection. When I read Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, it says, sit in Siddhasana and be in Samadhi. That's all. So the human beings were so simple in those days. Just if you sit in Siddhasana, you are already in Samadhi. If you sit, your mind sits. Now, if you sit, your mind shits. Mind is completely away from the body. In those days, human beings are so simple and intelligent.
Shakshi Pramanas are the initiated disciple devotees all over the world demonstrating the power and sharing their testimonial.
Nithyananda, today I want to share something really cool that happened. So Swamiji gave us some alchemy products on which we applied the Jnana and Jnana, which is basically a liquid cosmic eyeliner. And whenever we apply it somewhere, we can basically see through Swamiji's third eye. So anything we want is basically revealed to us. And we were participating in a power manifestation session. And all of a sudden, sorry, lots of mosquitoes around me. All of a sudden, I saw this face that appeared in the Krishna Shila, and it was a face that I had never seen before. It was neither a human or an animal. And the way I can describe it is that it had huge eyes, like round eyes like this, and they seemed to be popping out of the face. And it also had like huge teeth coming out like this. And it stayed on my mind because it was so detailed and so clear the way it appeared to me, but I didn't pay that much attention to it because, I didn't know what it was, so I didn't talk to anyone about it either. And then the next day, we actually had, we went to visit a temple, the Meenakshi temple, and I had never visited it in the past, so it was the first time. And this is where the cool part happened. So as I entered the temple, I started looking around, and everywhere around me, I was seeing the same face that I had seen in the Krishna Shila, and it was basically carved all over the temple. So that was really exciting. And then, it was super exciting because I pretty much saw the future, right? Like where I was going to be the next day. And what I learned afterwards is that Meenakshi herself, which was this amazing, powerful, beautiful queen goddess, was actually using the Krishna Shila herself in order to communicate with her people. So whenever she needed to convey a message, she would send it through the Krishna Shila, and then the people would see it basically as if they were watching a TV screen.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nithyananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones, depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is a very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in two chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are two kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one. If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language.
Setting up things for showing the deity or any other happening on the Krishna Shila to others. Have a camera with the timestamp, Jnananjan, Paramashiva Shila, a granite slab to show for other people, and a pen and a paper. Download the timestamp, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen with the timestamp. Make sure the camera is facing you. It's a bright place and very quiet place so that you can record the video very clearly. Don't miss the moment because these are very special happenings. Guidelines to manifest the powers. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan in third eye, bring the awareness to your third eye. Write the deity name or any name which you are going to ask the manifester to show in the Paramashila. Use the Paramashila for manifesting for the third eye. Let the manifester look at the Paramashiva Shila and manifest the same deity. And if you're able to, the manifester is able to write down the same deity and project the same deity as you're written in the paper. Extremely great. If the results are only partially matching, only the earrings and some anklets is what is seen and nothing else is seen, it's also a very beautiful manifestation. Please make a note of it. Each of them we celebrate, more and more manifestations start happening. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought.
between every thought, that neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens and the oneness From imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Do not edit the Avishana video. Do not stop or restart during the process of manifestation. Timestamp all the videos. Video should have a wide angle view. No clue should be given. Do not have any electronic device or books or Bluetooth. Give complex, difficult question about the deity, no simple ones. Authentically, the results should match as seen exactly by anyone commonly and not interpreted results. Whatever the person is able to see and show on the Krishna Shila, the other person should be able to see and receive it. The Krishna Shila was exactly like a HDTV, Bhagavan says. Beautiful. We are the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham